camera. It'll just be me recording. So hi everyone, welcome to Barre. My name is Claire. For today's class, you'll need some room to move, a mat, a place to place your hands during the bar section of our workout, so a chair or desk. You'll have the option to use light hand weights or just do body weight. But the main thing you'll need is a throw pillow like so, something around this size that you can make into a ball shape. We'll be using this instead of the bender balls we would use in normal bar class. But to get started, I'm going to read our waiver before we go ahead and start. So in order to make these classes as freely accessible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you have moved nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in a yoga class or class that involves lying on the ground, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William & Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. Alrighty, so with that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Please let me know if at any point there's issues with audio. You can go ahead and get that playlist started. I curated some of my favorite Halloween music, and we're just gonna get started with nothing in our hands. We're just gonna get a nice stance, about shoulder distance apart, slight bend in those knees, and we're just gonna open up those shoulder girdles a bit by rolling our arm backwards, adding a nice slight bend in those knees. I believe MJ is the first song, nice classic thriller. You may notice in my background, I set up some Halloween decorations. I thought, might as well get festive in the spirit. We have 4, 3, 2, 1, switching directions. Now we're going forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good job. We're just gonna switch arms now, rolling that left shoulder backwards. I don't know if you guys have fun Halloween plans. It's hard because to be safe, we can't really do the things we normally do, but you can watch some nice scary movies and get in the spirit that way. All right, we have 2. Last one, switching directions. Now we're gonna go forward. I considered dressing up in costume for this class, but I realized the only thing I had is a full body shark costume. And I did not think that that would be appropriate and I might pass out. So we have 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, good work, everyone. Now that our arms are nice and woken up, we're gonna wake up our legs and get our heart rate raised. You can go ahead and grab that throw pillow if you want and bring your feet to shoulder distance apart. We're gonna go into a nice squat position. So with feet shoulder distance apart, you're gonna shoot those hips back, keeping your knees above your ankles, making sure they don't go out in front of your toes. A nice proud chest, and you're just going to bring that throw pillow out in front of you and then straighten. So yes, I have my little ghost Mickey throw pillow for today. He will be with me, trying to be as festive as possible. Whew. Feeling that heart rate raise, making sure we have a nice flat back, engaged core. Feeling those legs wake up. I've been inside since 11, so I'm definitely feeling like I need to move. We have 4, 3, last 2, last 1. All right, staying down, we're going to take that throw pillow in one hand, open up towards the back, looking towards it to open up those shoulder blades a bit, staying in that squat position, and then we're just gonna open up to the back, switching sides, maybe feeling our legs start to burn. I'm already feeling my heart rate raising, getting into the Halloween spirit. I don't know if you guys have a go-to Halloween movie. I don't know if it's hard to tell with my giant Jack Skellington back there, but mine's probably Nightmare Before Christmas. It is my favorite movie of all time, and I watch it in both Halloween and the holiday season. Last 2. This is our last one here. Good work. All right, you can throw that pillow to the side for a bit. We're gonna come back down, bringing your arms out in front of you. We're gonna get our heart rate a little bit more raised by shooting that leg out to the back, tapping that toe, bringing it in, and then tapping to the right. And while you do so, make some arms like you're a runner. Feeling that in that standing leg, making sure our hips are still square. We're pretending we're running off as we tap for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. We're going to transition into our other side, shooting our left leg back, bringing it in and tapping to the side. I also have my light up skull in the background. You know, Halloween is my favorite holiday. I like getting decked out. No, I may not have a full-on costume plan this year. I do have a lot of spooky ambiance stuff. So we're tapping for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. You can straighten those legs and bring them out to a nice wide stance. This is our second position stance. We want those feet facing out towards the side. We're going to shoot them down into a nice grand plie, making sure our knees don't go out in front of our toes. And we're just going to get a nice deep stretch, keeping a nice neutral spine. We're going to cross our arms in front of us and then raise them above our head for a nice stretch. Now you can keep them nice and ballet-like, or you can channel your inner MJ and holiday spirit and make some thriller claws as you come down, thriller, and stretch. As you come up, feeling that nice deep stretch in those arms and that back. Like I said, I've been sitting all day, so this feels amazing. I really thought it was going to be raining all day, but it stopped, which was very nice. I thought it'd be good ambiance for a Halloween class. We have 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Good work, everyone. We're going to stay down in grand plie. We're just going to lift our right heel up in releve position, lower it down, and then lift on the left. And if you want, you can bring the same arm above your head, feeling that waking up as we go up and down. I'm actually going to get in the holiday spirit tonight, watch some spooky movies. I feel like there's 2 kinds of Halloween movies, something like legitimately scary or like something like Halloween Town. Tonight's a legitimately scary night, I think. We have 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Good work. Straightening those hands above your head, bringing them to your side, coming to the end of your mat. Bring your hands to the side of your head, flat back down, shooting out those legs. Feel that nice deep stretch in those hamstrings. Maybe rub the back of your legs a bit, bending one leg and then the other. Some nice rhythmic bends before we walk our hands out into a nice plank position. For your plank position, you want to draw a straight line from your shoulder to your wrist, spreading out those fingers, engaged core, nice tight body, and we're going to hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now you're going to shoot those hips back for a nice deep downward dog. Feeling that stretch, you're going to bend those legs for 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good work. Coming back down, we're going to open up those hips to finish up our warm-up. Bring that right leg to the outside of your right hand. Feel that nice deep opening of those hips. I love doing these after a long day of sitting, so thought I'd incorporate the stretch in. Shooting it back out, bringing your left leg to the outside of your left hand. Feeling that opening of those hips. Good work. Shooting back out, we're going to do 1 more on each side. Breathing into that stretch 1 more time. Back out, last 1. And coming down. Good work, everyone. You can come into child's pose for a minute. That finishes up our warm-up. We're going to transition into our arms workout now. I apologize if there's any background noise for today's class. We are going to go into a diamond push-up and some shoulder taps, starting with the shoulder taps. So you'll have the option to come back into this plank position, either on your knees or up on your toes, and you're just going to tap your shoulders. So this engages that core and works those arms. The key here is to make sure you're balanced. You're not swaying from one side to the other. Using that core and those arms to engage. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. You can bring those knees back down. Rest for a second before we transition into our next arms workout. We're going to be doing some diamond push-ups. You can do regular push-ups if you want, Or if you want some added work on a targeted area in your chest, you're gonna make like a diamond or triangle shape, like so. Kind of spooky, maybe some Illuminati vibes you can picture in your head. I'm trying to think of some fun spooky imagery for our safety cues today. So coming in, you can either have your knees on the ground or once again on your toes. You're gonna make a nice diamond shape, drawing a straight line from your heart to that diamond in front of you. Similar push-up position. You're gonna shoot those arms out, bringing your body as low down to the ground as you can, keeping a nice flat back and coming up. We're doing 15 of these. So that was 2. That's 3. So maybe now we're getting lost in the song, thinking about some happy Halloween memories while I count for us, thinking about some trick-or-treating. I love trick-or-treating. It was my favorite day of the year. I always would grab the chocolate candies. Those are my favorites. That's 10. We have 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good work, everyone. Those are tough, so shoot your hips back. Come into a nice child's pose position. We're gonna finish up our mat arms work by flipping onto our back and doing some tricep dips to target our triceps, known as the back of your arm. We're gonna come onto our back, legs in front of us bent like so. You're gonna draw a line so your fingers are facing towards your toes, arms are right by your shoulders, and you're gonna come up into a nice little crab position. And with this, you're just gonna lower your legs, your hips down to the ground using those triceps where you lift back up. Keeping that gaze 3 to 4 feet in front of you. Once again, getting lost in the song and memories. I was looking back at some cringy costumes I did in middle school today. It was a black cat. Thought I was really cute. I was not, but you know, I was cute, but just not the way I thought I was, you know. But it's not all of us in middle school. Ooh, I'm feeling that burn. We have 5, 4. We're gonna do another set. 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right, we're gonna do one more set of those with 10, and then we'll transition into our standing arms workout. So regain your breath. Maybe scream at me if you want for burning out those triceps, but we're gonna come back into our positioning. Fingers facing towards our toes, coming up into that nice crab position again. And we're going to bend and straighten. That was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, good job, guys. My arms are killing me. So coming onto your knees, we can do a quick stretch of those wrists since we did put a lot of weight on them. Bringing the palms or the bottoms of your hands down to the mat and stretching. Oh, those were burning. All right, so we can transition into our standing arms portion. If you want to grab a quick sip of water, you can. You can grab those light hand weights if you want, or just whatever you have. I'm using some spooky themed items because everything should be a little spooky in today's class, I felt like. So bringing your feet about a little bit more than shoulder distance apart, like you're about to go into Grand Plie. You're gonna bring your arms out to the side. Usually I say picture a beach ball for this, but instead I want you to picture a jack-o'-lantern at the sides of your hands, and you're just gonna cup it so your arms face up, and then cup it so you're down. So you're just kind of tracing the outline of a big round circle. You can do, I'm picturing a jack-o'-lantern because, you know, festive, fun. Feeling that nice rotation of those arms. You can use light hand weights or you can do body weight. These are pretty light right now, but like I said, festive, so worth it. And if you want some added work for those legs, you can come down into Grand Plie second position and just hold it here. Ooh, starting to feel that burn in those arms. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Don't drop those arms quite yet. I want you to bend your left arm like so. And with your right hand, you're going to bring it above your head and lower. And when you bring it up, you can straighten those legs and come back down. Make sure you don't let that left hand droop too much. We're just keeping a nice 45-degree bend to really burn out these hands, feeling that in our shoulders, our biceps, all around. These are killer, but they do work. They tone your arms, they give you a great workout, and that's what you're here to do at Barre. Good work, everyone. We have 4, and then we're going to switch. 3, last 2, last 1. Good work. Bringing that right hand down, bending that arm. Ooh, that feels like a burn. Straightening that left hand. Just going to raise and lower. And if you want, you can add in that grand plie. It's like a little 0 here is flying through the air. Just fun and festive. I don't know where you guys are at in the playlist, but I assume you've probably gotten at this point to Culling All the Monsters, an underrated Halloween bop that China Anne McClain sang that I just love. Listen to it every Halloween season. Whew. Getting lost in the spooky music instead of the burning in our arms. Thinking about all the fun activities you're gonna do this weekend, even if Halloween isn't your thing. Maybe you'll just enjoy the fall foliage, some apple cider, whatever you're thinking. We have 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good work. We have one more thing here before we'll drop our arms, bending those arms. We're just gonna do small arm circles forward, 45-degree bend. Really burn them out for 8, 7, and we'll switch directions. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching directions, we're going backwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good job, guys. Drop those arms for a second, roll them out before we transition to our next movements for our arms. But for these, we're going to bring our feet a little bit closer, shoulder distance apart. We're going to start by bringing our arms together so our forearms are touching. We're leaning slightly forward like so. And with our weights or no hand weights, you can do this either way, we're just going to curl up and curl down. Feeling that nice intentional work in our biceps here. This is a nice body weight way to do some bicep curls. It's slightly different. It's a little awkward feeling, you know, putting our forearms together like this. Doesn't feel completely normal, but it's a nice different way to tone those arms. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good job. Bring those arms out in front of you. You can straighten those legs. We're going to finish up our arms workout with some chest presses. So you're going to make a shape like this with your hands facing out away from you. Or if you have those weights, you can just do the same thing and just make a nice 90-degree bend and out, pushing in front of you. We're just doing a chest press, almost like we were doing in that push-up position. We're now standing. You can grab a slight bend in those legs. Grab or go into, not grab. That nice killing of our arms. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Take a moment, roll out those arms. Join me in some stretches before we transition into our legs workout. So bringing that right arm in front of you, having that palm facing away, just tug slightly at those fingers. I don't know about you guys, my arms are burning. These arms workouts are not a joke. And then switching to your other hand. I'm getting lost in my skeleton head. I don't know if you guys are too. He's pretty psychedelic. All right, bringing that right arm behind our head, pushing down, walking those fingers down your back. Like a creepy hand crawling down your back if you want to have some spooky imagery, as we all do. Before switching to our left hand. Good work. All right, everyone. So you can grab a quick sip of water. I know I will. Before we transition into our bar workout of today's class. So for this portion, at first you're gonna have the option to grab a little throw pillow as we do a squat progression. So with one hand on the bar or no hands, we're gonna place that throw pillow in between your legs, like you're a little duckling or some mama hen holding an egg in between there. Feeling that nice squeeze in those legs. You're gonna keep your feet about shoulder distance apart if you can. And we're just gonna be doing the same squats that we were doing in our warm-up, just now with this ball in between us. So shooting those hips back, making sure those knees don't come above your toes, and then straightening back up. Just having this ball or throw pillow or whatever you're using, for me it's ghostly Mickey Mouse, helps isolate those legs, have some added work by keeping it in there. Whew. If the throw pillow isn't working, you can always just drop it, no worries. Once again, getting lost in the song, to use this nice deep muscle recruitment. We have 4, 3, 2, last one. This time when we come down, you know the classic bar movement, we're gonna go halfway up, all the way down. Halfway up, all the way down. We're working in that mid-range now. You have those arms out, you can have them in a prayer pose, you can have them some thriller hands, whatever you would like. So we go all the way down and halfway up. Feeling that nice burning sensation in our legs. Sliding up and down while making sure we're keeping that correct positioning. You can still wiggle your toes. You have a nice proud chest. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying down in that low position. You're just going to squeeze your legs, squeezing that throw pillow in between your legs. Or if you don't just have a pillow there, just squeezing your legs together, feeling that burning in those legs and the inside of your thighs. So we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. I apologize, but we're not quite done yet with those squats. We're going to repeat that whole progression. This time, just with one hand on the bar with our feet raised in releve for a releve squat. So maybe take a minute, regain your breath before we transition into that. Once you're ready, have that throw pillow nice and squeezed in there. We're gonna put one hand on our bar, come up into a releve position, and we're gonna be doing a squat just with our feet in releve. So still shooting those hips back, knees not coming above your toes, nice flat back, proud chest. We're just doing in releve now. It might be a little bit harder to keep that throw pillow. I'm feeling that. So you can reposition yourself at any point or drop that throw pillow. Once again, we're still sliding up and down a wall, not leaning back or forwards. Oh, Mickey's trying to fly away. He's like a Casper Mickey, which is fun. We have 4, 3, last 2. This time we're going all the way down and halfway up. If you want, if your arm's getting tired, you can place it on your hip. Ooh, feeling that shaking in those legs for sure. All the way down, halfway up. We have 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying down. We're finishing by squeezing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good job, guys. Straighten those legs. You can drop that throw pillow once again. We won't need it for a little bit. Whew. That was killing my legs. Maybe it was for yours too. Maybe it was just me. But great work, everyone, either way. Now we're going to transition into our Arabesque set for our bar. So you can either have both hands on the bar like so, or if it's stable enough, I encourage you to try and lean over with a nice flat back like this. Just making sure that it's stable and you're not scooping your back or curving it. Nice, straight, aligned back. You're going to keep your left leg bent and shoot that right leg out, pointed leg. Keeping that right leg bent and your hips square towards the bar, we're just going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. I like to picture 2 spotlights on the ends of my hips, making sure that they're square towards the bar, not opening up like crazy. Making sure we're keeping that alignment, feeling that in that lower glute and upper thigh. We have 8. Then we're gonna add on 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying up, we're gonna do tiny circles. Drawing those little jack-o'-lanterns at the ends of our feet for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching directions, we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're not quite done. Cross that leg behind you, make a nice rainbow shape, bring it up and tap to the other side. Maybe feeling that in the standing leg as well as our lifted one. Making sure those hips are still square. We have 4 more. That's 2. Last one. Good work. Take a minute, drop those legs, maybe take a stretch. My watch fell off. It's got me working so hard, my watch just decided to take a break too. All right, putting this back on, we're gonna switch to our other side before we transition to our mat workout. So leaning over the bar, you can once again be in this position or like so, whatever you want, with the opposite leg. So for me, that's my right leg now bent, and we're gonna point our other leg out, keeping those hips square, and we're lifting and lowering. I always reminisce about Halloween day when it was elementary school. For me, honestly, best day of the year. It just, yeah, Halloween parties at school, carve pumpkins, we come home, watch like Halloween specials with my brother, then, you know, get in our gear. I'm a big Halloween nerd, so I always love reminiscing and thinking about that. We have 4, 3, last 2, last one. Staying up, we're doing tiny circles, keeping those hips square. I always find it harder to do circles on my left leg. I think I'm a little less coordinated here. Ooh, not leaning too heavily on that bar. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching directions, we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping that leg lifted, you're crossing behind, tapping that toe, lifting it up, and tapping on the other side to make a nice rainbow shape. So we lift and lower, keeping that nice flat back. Feeling those burning in those legs. Whew. We have 4, 3, 2, last one. Good work, guys. Stretch over that bar, stretch out the back, those legs for a minute. Nice flat back legs. Using that bar to lean against. Whew. Great work, everyone. We're gonna transition to our seated portion of our legs workout and our core. I'm gonna transition this a bit just so you can see my mat a bit more and my messy bed, but that's okay. And with that, we're gonna start with some more leg work before we transition into our core. So starting out, you're gonna meet me on your hands and knees in a nice tabletop position. For this, you can have the option to grab that throw pillow if you like and squeeze it in between your legs. I did this earlier and it didn't work with Mickey. He's not the right shape, so I'm grabbing a different throw pillow for this. You can if you want to, or just do nothing. And we're gonna come down with that nice 90-degree flex foot. We're gonna kick up, tap that knee to the side, and do a fire hydrant. So we're kicking up like a donkey and then peeing like a dog. I like some vivid imagery for today in every class. I don't know if you guys ever read that Halloween book. It's like the Frankenweenie. No, that's a movie. It was a wiener dog dressed like a hot dog on Halloween. Message me afterwards or tell me afterwards if you know this book, or maybe I'm going insane. Throw pillows might be falling. These are just a fun way to change up the workout. If it doesn't work, you can always drop it. We have 4, 3, 2, last one. Good work. And we're just gonna switch to the other side. So I'm gonna put that pillow between my right leg and knee, kissing it in there with a nice flexed foot. Tabletop position, we're going to kick up like a donkey and then to the side like a dog. My mom is sending me pictures of my dog in her Halloween costumes. She's very old, so she doesn't really like, but she never liked dressing up. We have this one bumblebee costume we always put her in. It's very cute. She's never super happy about it though. This side seems to not want to have my pillow in less, so do what you can. If it works, it works. If not, no worries. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work, guys. We're gonna finish up our legs workout by coming onto our back and doing some fun little glute bridges before we do our core workout. So meet me on your back like so. And instead of putting your legs down like this for your glute bridges, meet me in a butterfly position. Pressing that back against the lower back against the mat, keeping your arms at your side. With this position, you're gonna lift those hips just like a glute bridge, making a straight line from your chin down to your pelvis and then lowering down. This is similar to other glute bridges. We're just working the outside of our glutes a bit more. Whew, feeling that burn. This has been a long legs workout for this condensed class. But you guys are doing great, I'm sure. I feel the energy through the Zoom, whether you're watching this live or on YouTube later. Because yes, all of the Campus Rec online classes are eventually uploaded to YouTube unless they're a select format. So I recommend that you look at the William & Mary Health and Wellness page to watch some of my old workouts, some of the other instructors' old and current workouts, if there's something you want to take that's not being taught up at a particular time. We have 4, 3, we're gonna finish with some pulses for 8, that's 2, staying up, we're pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh guys, good job. Take a minute, hug on those knees. Good work, everyone. We're gonna transition into our core workout now. We'll be using that throw pillow in a bit, but first we're gonna do some plank work. So meet me in your plank position. You can either be up on your forearms, on your knees, or on your forearms. I meant your forearms before. Whatever you choose to do, we're going to spiral those hips to the side, almost letting it touch, coming up and spiraling to the other side, doing some hip dips. Oh, these are always killer. Burning out those obliques. Feeling that nice burn. You guys are doing great. I'm always so impressed that you choose to join me today. After a long day of schoolwork, you choose to devote some time to your body, which I find so impressive. And I'm glad that I have you here with me. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming to the center, we hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower back down. Take a minute. Once again, regain your breath. We're going to keep going in our core workout, but working at the back of that core before we go on to our other side with our throw pillow. So meet me in a nice swimmer position, arms extended in front of you, feet extended behind you, and we're going to lift our right hand off the ground and left foot, and then come down and switch to the other side while looking at the mat. Now you can do this, or if you're looking for some added work, you can keep the legs lifted at all times and just lift one leg and one arm a little bit higher. It's always important in your core workout to work at the back of your core as well. We often don't focus on this as much and only focus on our abdominals, but this is a great and important area of your body. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower down. Shoot your hips back. Come into a child's pose position. We're going to flip onto our back. Grab that throw pillow. I told you we'd be using them a lot, so I hope that you found this enjoyable. If you don't, if you want to just do a strict bar workout, you can always message me. Sorry, I thought I heard something, but it's fine. Just spooky, you know, it's fun. So coming onto your back, you're gonna place that pillow right by where your tailbone meets your mat. Meaning here, we're gonna lean backwards about 45 degrees with a nice flat back. Looking in front of us, this is what we like to call our earthquake position. And we're going to straighten our arms out in front of us and lean back down, making sure that throw pillow is nice and in there, reaching up. And if you want, when you come down, lift those hands above your head, and maybe you'll start to feel the core shake as we reach up and raise above our head. Go. I'm sure when you lift those arms above your head, you might start to feel your core automatically start shaking. That's completely normal. It's why we call it the earthquake positioning. Especially with that throw pillow or bender ball, whatever you're using, you really feel that core engage in a new way here. We have 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Coming back down, we're going to open our arms out to the side like we're ballerinas, lift them above our head and lower. So you can either do it like this, or if you're looking for that added work, you can lift those legs off the ground to really engage that core. Feeling that shaking. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Coming back up. We're going to transition onto our back from the face the other way just so I can see you a bit better. We're going to come back onto our back and work out our core a little bit more using that ball. So making sure that that bottom of your spine is nice and pressed against the floor. You're going to bring your feet into tabletop, so knees above your hips, feet bent. We're going to take that pillow and just tap it above our legs and lower. Tap it above, feeling that nice crunch looking in between those legs and lower. You can easily do this without a pillow. It's just an added little fun way to change up the workout a bit. Lifting up and lowering. Ooh, feeling that nice burn in that stomach and that core. Lifting up and lower. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, last 1. All right, good work, everyone. Bring those knees together so they're not touching. And we're just going to work those obliques a bit more by lifting those shoulders off the ground and keeping your legs in tabletop. You're just going to lift that ball, throw pillow above those knees. If this hurts your neck, you can always do it down here, or you can take one hand and use it to cup your head. Whichever works for you. Keeping that gaze in between your legs, we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good job, guys. Lower the down to the ground. We are almost done with our core workout. We only have a few more moves, and then we will be finished with that. So bringing back our ball, you're going to have the option to either lower your feet down like this, or straighten them and lower them down like so. Either way, when you bring them back up, you're going to open them up, grab that throw pillow, lower it down to the ground, bring it back up, meet it in the center, and lower back down. So you can either do it like that, or tap those toes, put that bender ball between those hips, lift, and lower down. Making sure we keep that lower back lifted. I'm gonna try the added option again. Feeling that in that lower spot, that lower core. We have 5. Whew. That's 4. That's 3. That's 2. And that's 1. Good job, guys. Oh, take a minute, regain your breath. We are almost done with our core workout. We are just going to finish with some nice pulses or crunches up. You can drop that bender ball again. We're just going to have those legs lifted in front of us. You can either lift them off the ground, have them on the ground, or whatever. We're just going to come up and we're going to pulse up for 30. I'm counting already, so we've already started. Focusing. That's 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, great job, you guys. Roll back onto that mat. Relax that neck. Relax that spine. Regain your breath. We're going to finish up this class with some nice deep stretches and listening to some nice spooky music. So take a minute in this pose and just hug those knees to your chest, breathing in and exhaling. One more. Bring that right leg on top of that left leg for a nice chair position. Take that and use that right hand to push out that right knee while pulling in the left leg for a nice deep glute stretch. And then switch to the other side, hugging in, and then switching to the left, using that left hand to push out that knee, right hand to pull in that right leg for a nice deep glute stretch. Good. Bringing those feet in. You're going to grab the outside of those ankles if you can, or however close you can, onto those legs for a nice happy baby stretch, opening up those hips. If you like, you can roll from side to side. We have a few more here. Good work. All right, shooting those legs down towards your sides, bringing those hands to your sides of your head before bringing them over to flip you so that you're facing the mat. And with your body on the mat, with your hands placed right firmly by your shoulders, you're going to do a nice Cobra stretch, feeling that trunk stretch, looking up towards the ceiling. Then you can plant those feet for a nice upward dog, coming up into plank position, and then shooting those hips back into downward dog. Pedal out that right leg, and then that left leg, feeling that nice deep stretch. And bring that right leg in for a nice deep runner's lunge. Lift that right hand up towards the ceiling for a nice Keese twist. Looking up, feeling that nice deep stretch. Before bringing it back down, you can lower down that knee towards the ground to lean into that front leg a bit to really deepen that stretch. Before planting it back, coming back up into that runner's lunge, shooting it back into a plank position before bringing that left leg forward. Feeling that nice deep stretch. Lift that hand up towards the ceiling, feeling that nice deep stretch. Bringing it back down, and once again lowering that right leg for a nice deep lunge stretch. Good work. Shooting that leg back out, hands back into downward dog, and then we can roll, walk our hands up so that we are at the end of our mat. Leaning over our legs, feeling that nice deep stretch. You can bend your right leg and then your left leg. Maybe making a little cradle with those hands to deepen that stretch. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping those hands, start to slowly roll up, stacking each vertebra of your spine on top of each vertebra. Good. Coming to face the front of the room, we're going to grab that left hand and do a nice deep stretch of that neck. Then switch to the other side, feeling that nice deep stretch again. And then taking both hands, clasping the back of your neck. And we're just gonna finish opening up those shoulders, bringing them to flip your palms outside, opening them up if you want, leaning down, feeling that chest open. Good. Bringing back up. We're just gonna finish with 2 nice, deep, intentional breaths. Think about what you did today, going into our weekend. Be proud of yourselves. Have a great weekend. As we close our eyes, bend our knees, reach up towards the ceiling, bring them back down. One more deep breath, thanking ourselves, our bodies, and our minds for today. And bringing our hands to heart center. Great work, everyone. That finishes today's class. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording right now.